In this video, we're going to talk about the differences between unsecured trade lines and vendor trade lines and the trickeration that goes with developing unsecured business credit. You have a lot of people out there on these internets talking about business credit and how you can be Ashy Allen and some bank's just going to give you a $20,000 unsecured credit line or a $30,000 unsecured credit line. I hate to break it to you. Well, no, I don't. I like breaking it to you. I want to educate you. That ain't true. So be sure to watch this video from start to finish, and I will school you on the differences in what to look out for and how to play this business credit game the correct way. All right. Hey, this is Glendon Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu, the launch pad for business and wealth development. If you want to start a business, if you want the real information, this is the channel you should subscribe to, and you should subscribe right now. All right, so let's jump into it. First thing is, the reason I call it Tradeline Trickeration is there are many people out there who are saying these very words. Hey, I got business credit. No PG. I got unsecured business credit lines, right? Which is true. But the thing is, they're not telling you the fine print, the mice type. If you go to Staples and you get a Staples credit card, right? And they don't ask for your social, you have unsecured business credit with no PG, which is personal guarantee. You have that. That's the reality of it, right? The problem with that is you have people, and this is what I call trade line trickeration, who are not really going deep. Because if you don't know the business credit dynamic, you might think that is a Visa or a MasterCard or a line of credit. It's not. I'm going to walk you through the path of how things used to be, and I'm going to tell you how it is today. Long time ago, on the internet, in a land far, far away, there was this forum, and it walked you through the steps of how to get business credit. Number one, form an LLC. You could do it with a sole prop, but there is no division between you and your business. Y'all all like this. You should be over here. Your business should be over here. Nothing here but protection, right? Form an LLC. Go out and get something from Uline, Granger, Staples. Back then, if you put on your application that you had like 10,000, 5,000 or 10,000 in a bank account, because they will ask, that counted as a trade line. So Granger, Uline, your bank account, Staples, that's 4 trade lines. There was some other stuff, Gimpers or Kempers or whatever it is, Vistaprint, essentially stuff that businesses need, right? So you get those, you buy something, wait till it reports, and bam, you got Paydex. And then you get this Paydex, you could go to Ford Fleet and literally $2,500 down, get yourself a brand new truck. No social security number. None of that. It was real. It blew my mind. Well, fast forward. We had the recession of all recessions. Very damn near close to a depression. Patriot Act. Tightening of the rules. Many of these banks crammed down people's limits. They changed things. It was just totally different regulatory environment. And a lot of those products went away. Now you can still get them. And when I say these products went away, the no social security number type products, they went away in terms of Visa, MasterCard, getting an unsecured line of credit of $20,000 to $150,000 from a bank. A lot of that stuff went away. Now, keep hope alive. Some of it could come back. Some of it may have come back. But what I'm trying to school you on is if you keep believing that and you predicate your hopes on, I can get this business credit, right? I can get this business credit. I can have jacked up personal credit. The chances of you screwing that up because you have no financial discipline is so scary high that I advise you to do it. Don't do it. Don't even get the Staples card. Don't do any of that stuff. What you want to do is get yourself higher income, more cash flow. I got a video up here, $100,000 unsecured credit card, and people mad. It's like, man, they ain't gonna help me. This dude makes money. Like, making money is a bad thing. Like, working hard, building a business, serving people, there's something wrong with that. I'm trying to look for some kind of scam to get me in because I'm Ashley Allen. I'm Broke Dick Danny. I'm Pilling as Priscilla. I don't want to do it the right way. I'm looking for some scam activity, dude. And I am upset with you, Glendon Cameron, for actually telling the truth and dashing my scam hopes. You got so many people out here who will scream scam, fraud, but that's the information they want because they don't want to work hard and do it the right way. Crazy stuff. Now today I worked on stage 3 of Hustle Camp. The stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Stage 3 I was dealing with DBA because someone asked about, do I get a DBA? DBA, doing business as. I break that down and I went through a whole series of how that is and how that isn't. One of the things that I'm doing, because I take your questions and I want to say thanks to you folks for giving me your questions. And I create this course because here's the thing. Personal credit is very important to building business credit. I don't care what anyone else tells you. It's very important. How you structure your LLC is also important to building business credit. No one's telling you about that. Many of these, what I call a naked or a flimsy LLC, you go online, you do your articles of organization, and it's just boom, boom, check this. There are no operating agreements in there. There's no real articles of organization. In Hustle Camp, not only do I help you out, I give you my template, of a real corporation, well, an LLC that you can actually go online and check because it exists, and you'll see those articles in there. So I'm going to get in here and check out some of these comments. What's up, Pamela Simmons? What's up, Conscious? Baruch, what's going on? Frankie Guns, Blake Riley, what's up? Marquise Blayton, what's up? Outlaw, what's going on? You haven't been here for a while. Hey, Blake. What's up, Alexis? Fester, what's up? Fester the MGTOW. What's up, Rodney Jones? What's up, Doctor of Real Talk? Kid Jam, 313 Transport. These names, I love these names. Yo, still catching up to this morning live chat. What's up? What's up, Raina? Alex was just watching another of his videos, then saw he was live and like, oh, damn. Oh, that is hilarious. Young Brandon exploding with content. Oh, yeah. We have no Great Depression. Our Great Depression is our life. That's funny. David J. Hardy, not in this day and time. Oh, okay. Y'all going to have that conversation. David J. Harden, D&B number in good standing. Okay. D&B is like the old standard, right? That used to be the Vanguard. Experience up in the game. Equifax is up in the game. All that stuff matters, man. So it's not just will it work? It worked. Hold on, there we go. So just more to it than that. Making money is easy when you reverse engineer the process. Fester the MGTOW, in the case of a person who's very intelligent and hardworking and has discipline, that could be the case. Alex Francis, I put 30% of my earnings into my 401k every paycheck. Is there better things to do with that money if I want to start a business in the future? Okay, I don't get into investment advice because, my investment thing's way different than everybody else. But the thing is, let's see. All right, I could show that. Hold on, let me come back. Here's what you do, and this is something that we address in Hustle Camp. There is 5 checking accounts you need on your personal side. With a business, you got an operation account, you have an expense account, a savings account, an investment account. You should have those same accounts on your personal side. So you should ladder your money a little differently because, okay, you're putting 30% of your earnings into your 401k. You can't use that money, man, for what? I don't know how old you are, 20, 30 years. I'm gonna say this is what happened to me. Now I had business experience. I'm not gonna tell you I did this from nothing. I dropped from a bean patch and made this happen. Um, I started this business, this YouTube business, this online information business for $297, and we had gross sales. This didn't happen in 1 year of over $6 million. Name me one investment that you or anyone else out there could go put 297 in and get that kind of return. Matter of fact, name me one investment that you could put 100 G's in and get that kind of return in 9 years. Name one. So businesses are the best way to make wealth faster than anything else. Broke Dick Danny is real, Alexis. What we're talking about, and this is one of the things, Tradeline Trickeration, the truth about how to develop unsecured business credit. I do not jump off into these tangents. So what's on your mind? You need to get on the email list, and if you want to have these kind of conversations and stuff, you need to join Hustle Camp. What's up, Raina Young Brandon? Would you still suggest going to Houston? Yes. Ebony Empire, what's up? A White Bratton, new to the channel, welcome. Malik, what's up? Branch missed. All right, I'm just going to tell you this. For Branch, y'all are going to want to go ahead. It's $1,100. It is. You want to grab it now because I'm going to do some. I'm going to do a little breakdown in a minute, but I'm going to keep talking to people. What's up, Three Pistols? What's up, Ramsey? Raleigh T. Richardson, what's going on, bro, from Connecticut? Henry Torres, what's going on? Can I invest in overseas business freely without getting jammed up? I don't know. You got to go over there. Let's see. Nikki, what's up? I am down to one item on my credit report. I paid off that credit card and now it's closed. Should I still dispute? We'll get into that in Hustle Camp. What's your take on Corey P. Smith? I don't know Corey P. Smith. And one of the things that I do, if I don't know anyone, I haven't taken their courses, I don't talk about them. There's too much of that going on, so I can't really say one way or another. West Laws, 54 Bravo, Gas Mask. Thank you for your service. Hey, what's up, Uplifted Productions? Alex Francis, what's going on? Frankie Guns, does your business credit program cover personal credit? Yes. Okay, business credit and personal credit are very closely related. That's going to be very, very important. So yes, I do cover that. Cannabis oil, okay. If she shows up, I met a girl who had a grow house. She's supposed to be on the channel, so look out for that. Okay, how many people can get into cannabis oil? Let's see. Hold on. And this girl got arrested doing what you're talking about. John Francis, I have no credit besides just paying household bills. Should I apply for a pre-approved credit line that's on? No, John Francis, don't do that. You're in Hustle Camp, so don't do that. Don't do that. That's one of the worst things you can do. I'll talk about those kind of investments, Uplifted Production. What's up, Crevens? What's up, Myra? Well, Antonio, we don't get in those type of topics. What's up, T King? Let's see. The Wow Jones report. To his advice for moving to Houston, FEMA has announced they're hiring folks for Harvey recovery. I didn't expect Harvey, and I'm not going to do a good moving to Florida video. The Houston video is enough, but you get the gist of it. I appreciate the Wow Jones report. Real estate Randy, I know you say that real estate is risky in investing with credit cards, but do they flag you for buying businesses that generate income? I'm not really sure what you're saying. What's up, Laura Vance? Creven D Sources, how to establish a strong business credit profile. Just made a DUNS number. I need help. Hustle Camp. What's up, David? What's up, Laura Vance? I think I've over talked to you. Let's see. Let me go back because this is moving pretty fast. T King says I have a C corp, but I haven't done the articles of. How did you do a C corp without articles of incorporation? There's something up with that, man. Can you acquire business credit without using personal credit? To be honest, Ramsey, you can get like a Staples card or something like that, but can you get like a Visa or a MasterCard? No, unless you're like a 30-year-old corporation. You can put a link in there. Wow, Jones, that's cool. What's up, Fawn? Let's see. The light company or Reliant Energy will have these people out and will be paying double for out-of-state cats. Okay, how do you feel about paying for piggyback service? I don't know what you mean, Shar. Let's see. Nicki Minaj, do you have the knowledge? I'm not messing with Shelf Corps. I will tell you this right now. The old rules no longer apply. If you buy an age, because it's a Shelf Corp or an age corporation, right? You might be able to keep, quote, vendor trade lines, such as you bought a company that makes steel products and your steel vendor may still honor that thing, right? But as terms of if that corporation has open lines of credit, unsecured credit, like a trade line, like a $250,000 line of credit, and corporate MasterCards, American Express, when you go to the bank and say that the officers of that corporation have changed, they're going to make everybody requalify, or at least one person requalify for those corporate cards. So that doesn't work the way it used to. All right, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm 50 years old. I did this when it was good. I have rode the high and the low, and a lot of that stuff online no longer applies. And if you do some of that stuff, like lie on applications, misrepresent your income, you could go to jail. Just saying. So let's see. I have plenty of knowledge on the age corps. It just doesn't work like it used to. Plus, there is some benefits. It just depends on what you're doing. Sure thing, Fontaine. John's investing in small tech companies. Your thoughts? Do you know anything about tech companies? You got people investing stuff they don't know about nor understand, and that's where they lose their money. Uh, Friend Stan, I'm not going to talk about Florida. What's your thoughts on American Express business? It's great, but you got to be very, very careful with American Express. They will shut your shit down in a minute. What does the title trickeration mean? Traveling merchant. Okay, trickeration is saying, hey, I got business credit with no PG, right? They don't tell you it's a Staples card because, see, they didn't lie. They just did trickeration because if they said, look, I did get all of this credit. I got a Uline trade line. I got a Staples trade line. I've got something at Toys R Us. I've got something at the post office trade lines, right? These are true blue business credit with no PG. It's just you can't take a vacation with it. That's one of the reasons that they give that stuff out so freely. Unless you got a lot of shipping, you're just not going to use a lot of business credit at Uline. Unless you have buy a lot of boxes, you need a lot of tape. You're just not. And the fact is, you can go on Amazon and get the stuff cheaper, the same exact product. So that's the trickeration. Let's see. How do I sign up for Hustle Camp? How much does it cost? Okay, stick around to the end. I'll get into all that. Let's see. All right, I got everybody. Okay, so we're gonna go to where was it? What's up, David Duncan? Okay, so here's the thing. Let's say that you go to an attorney, and this is what I want all of y'all to do tomorrow. Call up a CPA or an attorney and ask them how much it would cost for you to set up, for them to set up an LLC for you. Do that. Do it. Just call them up and say, look, I want to form an LLC. How much is it? And they're going to tell you 600 up to 25,000. Okay. Now, someone asked, what is Hustle Camp? I'm going to teach you how to write and create your own LLCs properly. Well, I'm going to teach you how to fix your personal credit. Well, I'm going to teach you how to develop proper unsecured business lines of credit. Disclaimer, it could take you 6 months to 2 years to do this, depending upon your current credit situation. And I'm going to teach you how to make more money. So when people talk about the price of Hustle Camp, if you go ahead and do this, call up an attorney, CPA, ask them how much it costs. Currently, Hustle Camp is $1,100. So essentially, for half the cost of someone else to create an LLC for you, you learn how to do it, and you learn how to do it properly, and you learn how to make it what I call bulletproof. So currently, it is $1,100, and if you don't have the $1,100, I have what's called a prepayment plan. What's the prepayment plan? You will pay $200 or more every 2 weeks, and you will not have access to Hustle Camp until you. It's like layaway, your course layaway. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to teach you guys how to do it the right way, which is called delayed gratification. So I got a lot of people who signed up and locked in their price, because once I finish, and I cannot show you because I'm on my camera phone, but the stuff that I'm putting in there, and I'm like going step by step, because here's the thing. You need to work on your personal credit. You need to work on how to set up your LLC, and you need to work on making more money, and you need to balance out your personal budget, and you got to do all this at the same time. And there's a process in the way to do it, because stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 in Hustle Camp, stage 1 and stage 2 is going to take you 30 to 60 days to do. A lot of people want, quote, the whole information so they can kind of like skip over it. And when Hustle Camp is fully done, people will probably do that and won't get the benefit of the folks who follow the steps. But essentially, current price, and it will go up, it's not going to go down. Current price is, like I said, $1,100 or $1,200 on the prepayment plan. And you go through this course and you learn these things. Let's say this year you don't really do that well, and you make an extra the first year of being in the course, you make an extra $8,000. You up $7,000, homie. And then the year after that, you make 14. You're up 25. Then the year after that, you make 50. You are up 49 grand. So look at this as an investment in your long-term success versus some quick come up, because it's not a quick come up. It's not going to happen overnight, because I'm going to teach you the right way and I'm going to make you do it. Plus, when you start working on your LLC and you're in the Facebook group and it's like, hey, I'm working on my articles, I will look at them. It's like, no, that's wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's the benefit of Hustle Camp. All right, so let's go in here. Hold on. I'm catching up with the stream. Okay, what's someone answer that? Ramsey, will those small lines of credit build a history sufficient enough to qualify for a large line of credit? Ramsey, go to this channel and go watch the video, how to get $100,000 unsecured visa with bad credit. Watch that video. Yeah. Okay, young Brandon, I ain't gonna put that out there. Wow. Raquel Myra, don't do legal Zoom. Thank you, Laura Vance. Okay, hold on, let me show that. Piggy banking, that's called adding authorized users. That can work, but depending upon the credit card issuer, that person may get their card shut down. These are the tips for authorized user. Use the same address, and it works better if everyone has the same last name. Okay, piggyback service. Okay, I don't know anyone that will add me. I saw some piggyback company that offers service. Are they just effective? Here's the thing. They could be effective, but if the credit card companies find out that someone is selling their authorized user access, they're going to shut their card down, because that's against terms of service. So, 3-1 graphics 732. Had an LLC since 2009. Never used personal credit or business credit. I've just been getting paid off my talents. Will Hustle Camp help me develop both? Never mind. Okay. Uplifted production. Yes, work on that personal credit, then it's easier to try and get business credit. Best thing in the world. I'm telling you, uplifted. Thank you. Because, see, this is the thing, and this is part of the trickeration. A lot of these people have people gassed up that they can go out and get like $100,000 line of credit with jacked up credit. Let's explore that. Why is your credit bad? Didn't pay your bills? Was there a medical emergency? Was there a divorce or custody issue? Some big event that jacked up your credit? If you know how to talk to underwriters, you can actually get around that. Now, let's just say you are dry Dick Danny. You broke Dick Danny. You just not handling your business. You do not need $100,000 line of credit because you don't know how to handle that money. That's just being real. Don't do that to yourself. Let's see. Go back up. Archangel 3579. Glenda, thanks for the help. I paid off my balance on the camp today. Already working on my first assignment. Appreciate you coming in. Sadu Bay, do you check to see if your credit info has been compromised at Equifax? One of the things I'm going to do, we're not there yet. I constantly monitor my credit. All right, I'm going to give you my morning routine. You have all these people, they go walk on the beach, they kiss their dog, whatever. You know, the first thing I do every morning, I go through all of my accounts because here's something that a lot of folks won't tell you. When you have big balances in your bank and you get robbed or there's some kind of fraud, they'll look like someone's, let's say you got 2 million in the bank and someone makes off with 300,000. They're not going to do like a credit of that 300 grand unless they were at fault. They're going to investigate you and they'll ask you, Mr. Cameron, what type of security procedures did you have to prevent that? They ain't going to take a $300,000 hit. So if you've got large balances, I wake up, I go through all my bank accounts, I go through my credit card accounts to see if anything weird happens. Because it's your money, it's your credit profile, it's up to you to protect. So I'm signed up with the Equifax service and nothing happened to my account because I'm looking at it. Plus, here's a quick tip to you for those of you with banking. Stop using your debit cards to shop. Stop that. Get yourself a rewards card and use that and pay it off every week. This takes discipline because for your business, you do not want debit cards for each one of your checking accounts. That's insanity. You actually may even want to have an ATM account, which is the only purpose for this account is to draw money out the bank. And the thing is, if that card is ever compromised, the damage is very limited. You should never have a debit card to your payroll account. You should never have a debit card to your merchant account. Because if you don't have a debit card and you only use these things for the intended purposes, your chances of fraud go down so low. But when you just do, or like people who do silly shit, like run their whole business through one checking account, they're asking to be bent over. The Wild Jones report. Is it possible to form an LLC by yourself, or do you need officers listed in the article? You can form one by yourself, easy. Vicky Woodward, I just discovered your channel. Man, if I had this info 5-10 years ago. Well, you got it now. Welcome to the channel. Nikki, I know Duns is free, but LegalZoom said once you're ready to activate it, like 6 months, it'll be billed $600, $800. Dun and Bradstreet is real tricky. You got to be careful with them. Let's see. Let's go back up here. Hold on. Elder, I have about 10,000 in credit access with my AE business card. Should I use it in order to gain more credit? Hard to find a used house for 10K when buying real estate. All right, what you need to do is work on what I call credit enhancement, Elder. If you got like a 720 or more and you're willing to work at it, you can get your limits to 35 to 50,000. There's a few things that you can do to do that. It's going to take a little time, but if you got good cash flow, you can get that up. Dry Dick Danny is real. Pookie Man, can I add my business as an authorized user? No, you cannot. Pookie Man. Let's see. Broke Dick Danny is famous. Dade South, how long can it take to straighten out bad credit? 6 months up to 2 years. It really depends on what's on there, what you did it, what banks you screwed over. There's a lot of variables. There is no, we can do this in 30, 45 days without looking at your credit report. Eric Williams, know a person got a 40K card, went on vacation, bank fraud alerted because of overseas purchase. Bank shut that card down. It was a card for a barbershop. Whenever you go overseas, and if you don't know this, You need to call your bank and say, I'm going to be in this country during these time frames, or they're going to shut your stuff down. All of them will do that. Bank of America, American Express, anyone that travels a lot knows this. So that's kind of funny. Real estate Randy, North Korea is going to bump. I'm not getting into that. Let's see. T King, people are advising to freeze credit profile with the three major credit bureaus due to Equifax, even though it would be a bit harder for you as well to get due. No, when you freeze your stuff, you can't get stuff verified. You have to unfreeze your credit report to do anything. Here's my thing. Get a credit monitoring service, put on your big boys, your big girl panties, and monitor your stuff like every day or at least once a week. Because if you're a person making money, you are a target. And a lot of these credit identity thieves will go through your trash. That's why you need to have a shredder in your house. And just be really diligent with your paperwork and stuff. John Francis. Oh. You know what's funny? I've had not one, not two, but three employees who worked for me who learned so much they started their own business. They didn't ask, they just observed. Yes, David J. It's perfectly fine to use PayPal. I used to be against that, but they've changed a lot. Craig, I have 17K in child support arrears for crazy reasons. I can't pay it. Do you think I can get a SEP? No, you can't. No, I'm just Craig. You got to handle that. You got to handle that because here's the thing. Child support you can't bankrupt out of. You can't. There's only one thing you can do is pay it and deal with it. So you're very risky because at any point you could be in jail. So you got to deal with that. Alex, should I use credit card on a simple purchase under $5? Should I spend with a no. Use your credit card. Here's what I do. I make purchases all the time. Then I pay it off sometimes that day or at the end of the week. Use your credit card like a debit card. Do not get into that $5, don't use this, your ratios. Because the thing is, the things you care about is when your statement cuts. And what that means is it's like your statement's going to drop. Like on the 19th, you get an email or something that says, hey, your statement dropped. After the day after, you can use the full limit of your credit card. And if you pay that off before your next statement drops, no problem. Your score don't take a hit. None of that stuff. The Wild Jones Report. I came across your YouTube channel about a week ago. Potent content and sage advice. Salute. Once I get the money, I will sign up for Hustle Camp. Appreciate you, the Wild Jones Report. I love that name. Sherry Baker. Hello, I'm not good with selling. Will Hustle Camp help me with that area? Yes. Douglas Jones. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Roscoe. Typically, how long does it take for your credit score to increase after you paid your debts? Is it instantaneous? Roscoe Gino. No. In some cases, it actually doesn't make sense to pay off your debts. Here's the thing. Once you get that neg, that derog on your credit report, even if you pay it, it doesn't improve your points. Only if you can delete that item or challenge it off will that improve your points. So just paying it, and then there's good reasons to pay because you should pay, or if you want to have a relationship with that bank again, you have to pay or they will not mess with you. But paying those bills, paying delinquent or charged off accounts does absolutely nothing to increase your credit score. Yeah, if you can get them to delete, a lot of them will not do it. Yep, you got to monitor it, T King. Joshua Hill, well, there's some reputable credit repair. I don't know. I've always done it myself. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you some tips. Number one, do not do disputes online. Order a paper copy of your report, send it in, and follow the steps. Because by doing it online, you agree to their terms of service, and you actually leave some of your rights on the table. Disputing stuff online is one of the stupidest things you could do. Let's see. Traveling merchant. I received a notification from Dun & Bradstreet saying that a customer has requested my business credit. Someone did an inquiry on you, traveling merchant. Chiropractic injury doctor. Do you take clients who are already in business with primary healthcare business? What do you mean clients? Like I offer a course. My consultant clients, like to be straight up with you, I know nothing about healthcare or advancing healthcare like that, so probably wouldn't be a good match. But Hustle Camp could possibly help you. Just depends on what your goals are. Wolfpack Transport. How can often can I apply for a new credit card? Well, here's the answer. If you got an 850 credit score or an 820, you can apply every month and your score will not drop. Here's the thing, it isn't how often you apply. It is the level of your score and your ability to repay. If you make $1,000,000, you can apply for credit cards every time you feel like it. Nothing's gonna happen. But if you broke Dick Danny, you probably need to apply once a quarter or once every 6 months. David South. I am new to this and just incorporate. However, I need a cargo van for my business, but my personal credit is shot. What can I do? All right. This is my advice to you, Dave. Get a used van. Go on Craigslist, because actually I was looking the other day. You can get a good used cargo van for anywhere from $2,500 up to $6,000. Do that, and then work on building up your credit. The Wild Jones report. Wait a minute. Paying off delinquent accounts, charged other accounts don't do anything to your credit score? Nothing at all. Nothing. The Fair Isaac Credit Organization, it is a predictive model of your ability to pay. Like once you go bad, there's nothing for that. The score doesn't calculate that. Eric Williams, never do disputes online, certified mail all day long. Craig Story. Can I get that 17K child support off my credit? No. Okay, let's just be real. I'm going to go here with Craig. You're into a federal situation, and you need to handle that because, all right, I had a situation where someone came after me for child support. We had an agreement of joint custody, and she's just like, I don't want you to be the father. I just want your bread. Moved out of state, immediately filed for child support, right? I got that shit dismissed because one, it can mess with your driver's license, it can mess with your concealed carry permit, it can mess with your passport. You do not want to be under child support. And I even created a course detailing my experiences because it may not help some of you dudes. Like you gotta take Hustle Camp, hustle your face off, get that bread, get that paid off. That is the only thing that's going to help you because that is going to dog you. You can't get a mortgage with that. You can't get a business loan because of the nature of child support. You could end up in prison. I mean, jail, which means you ain't working, which means you can't pay your obligations. You have no. You gotta deal with that. This is why I fought my stuff so hard. People are like, man, just go ahead and break off $1,000 a month. I'm like, fuck you. We had an agreement. I can prove it. I'm not gonna bend over and just like, well, I gotta do this. I'm a soldier. I'm a warrior. And I talked smackety smack to that magistrate. She hated me. I was like, I know my rights. I don't give you permission. I have not granted infer whatever. I was using all kind of language, and I did an ethics complaint on her and another judge. It's like it's horrible, man. You gotta deal with that. Chiropractic. Like, I think for you, hold on, go back. Chiropractic injury doctor, it is best for you to join Hustle Camp. My long-term consulting services are 50 to 100K a month. And the kind of business you have, it's just not a match. What's up, real estate Randy? I was told getting a car note would improve my personal credit score, young Brandon. Possibly. But here's the thing. If your credit score is really jacked up, you are better doing this. Getting a used car you can pay cash for, point A, point B car, working on your credit, getting a secured card and getting your score up because they will rape you on these bad credit car loans. No. Hospital bills? Yes, there's a way to delete those. Student loans? No. No. Unless they're incredibly old. Let's see. Let's go back. Jen Suedo, delinquents and charge-offs being paid may screw you more because it reactivates the debt. Well, actually, it doesn't do that. It depends on where it is and what you got going on. But the long story is, and the short story is, if you pay off a debt that was charged off and sent to collections, it will do nothing for your score. And if you have a collections account and you pay the collections account versus the bank and you try to get a relationship with that bank later, they're going to say no. If you want to pay off a bill, you need to go directly to that bank, pay them, and then they will get paid whatever they pay, whatever the collection company paid them, which is usually pennies on the dollars. They'll give them that money, and then you can have a chance to open an account with that bank again. But that's it. That's pretty much the only thing. Raquel Mara, yep, my dad right now can't drive in a yellow cab in NYC because the courts revoked all his licenses because he couldn't pay $75 a week for child support. Damn! Outlaw 76, you're correct on that child support deal. I mean, I've seen people, I've heard of people committing suicide over child support. It's real. Alex Francis, really love your video in regards to worthless degrees that introduced me to your channel. Thanks for keeping it real. No problem, Alex. Welcome. The Wild Jones report. Hold up. I have a student loan to pay as well as delinquent credit card account or two. I want to pay it off, and as soon as I get the money, what do I do if I want to improve my score as well? The Wild Jones report. Number one, forget about being a saint. It's not going to help you. If you're already close to bro dick Danny status and using your last nickels to pay off a bill that's not going to improve your credit score, is not good business. What you do is you look at your credit report. You get a good secured card, and a good secured card is one with a $5,000 limit or more if you can swing it, and you get one that you can add up that money, because here's the thing. If you have a bunch of low credit limits, all your future credit limits are going to be low. So you want to get to that 5,000 limit, that 10,000, 15, 20, 25, and work your way up. So you need to work on improving your cash flow, because just paying those bills will do nothing for you. They're good from a spiritual point, paying your obligations, but for credit score, nothing. We're talking about Tradeline Trickeration, drum play beats. Sure thing, Craig. Douglas Jones, my good thing lost everything behind child support. Got locked up to job, apartment, everything. He also did ethics complaint on female job. That was the only way he got a break. Here's the thing. When you as a man go to child support court, you are guilty. They will break the law. They will speak to you all kind of ways. All this stuff's illegal. And if you document it and know how to write an ethics complaint, I think I got that magistrate removed because she ain't no longer there. I don't know if it was my complaint or other complaints. But you just don't sit there and take that crap. What's up, Henry? Uplifted Productions. If you get a secured card, roughly how many points will improve your credit score if you sell? It isn't about the transactions. Depending on how jacked up your credit is, if you get a secured card, it can improve your score 50 to 100 points within 30 to 60 days. It just depends. Because if you got a lot of ongoing credit degradation, then it's not going to do much. Short term, long term, it will. Let's see. Dwayne Jones, love your live streams. I'm an electrician. Should I start my business first or buy a house? Which will help me store many items? And kind of a personal decision. Like, what are your future ambitions? Nicki Minaj, business credit is a set amount, but businesses have unexpected expenses. Those expenses sometimes exceed that business credit. It really depends. If you learn how to stack up your business credit lines, you won't have that problem. Jeff Lewis, is it true that you can get business credit? Go back to the beginning of the stream, yes, but I break that down. Douglas Jones, USA does a $5,000 secure credit card. Here's the thing with the USA credit card. It doesn't convert. Convert means that it turns into a regular card. You get your money back. You'll have to apply for new cards. Let's see. Bigger banks usually give you the better deals for secure cards. Marie signed up for Hustle Camp, loving the content. Thanks for all the good work. Sure thing. Thanks for signing up. Robert Harris, does the child support course only work for people who haven't started paying or for people already paying? It kind of depends, because Here's the thing, and this is what, because people are like, hey, why don't you just do like a child support channel? The whole process is so emotional that a lot of these dudes are like burned out or shell shocked or, post traumatic stress disorder. The thing is, there's so many variables. I can't answer that question because I can say if you're a young dude and you have no kids, you need to take that child support course because here's the thing. If you and this woman have a written agreement to what you're going to do with that kid, only if you breach that agreement can she get child support. A lot of folks don't know that, and attorneys won't tell you that because, well, you're just a dude. You're just supposed to pay. Nah, it don't have to work like that. So it really depends. Sure thing, Uplifted. Yeah, the student loans and child support are like one of the worst the rocks you can have. Douglas, hey, if that works, TD, go for it. Brian Foster, I have an account in collections for a year and two cards and a car loan, never late, always early for a year. My report says D for payment history, but 100% of time payment. So I should pay that collection. Uh, Once again, you got to look at that. Because, all right, as I go deeper in Hustle Camp, I'm going to talk more about this stuff. But just to be clear, paying a derogatory, it's gone to a collections account and the bank has charged it off, is not going to improve your credit report at the score at all. It will improve your relationship with that bank, which could be important if you want to do business with them, but none for your score. Let's see. Antonio Valentine. I don't know. Here's the thing. You can't read books about credit. You have to do because stuff changes. I helped someone get $180,000 worth of medical bills off their credit report. It took us 8 months. I was dating her. Okay, she got the dick discount. It was a process. There's a certain way you have to write the letters. There's a certain way you have to challenge, and there's certain things you have to put in those letters. And you need to research that because once you know law, you can really do a lot of stuff. Purpose Pit. There are even nailing men who aren't the biological father but sign the birth certificate. Yep. It's real out there. Henry Torres, does that work with a secure card? Like if I put $5,000 in my credit in the 560s, that can work. It depends on what else is on your credit report. Ebony Empire, who's giving business credit cards for just the EIN? If you're getting some like Staples, Granger, if you're trying to get a Visa, MasterCard, nobody. Nobody. Ram Stevens, the child support course is at hustlerskungfulifeskills.com. Liens are bad on your credit report too. I was able to remove both of my liens in 2 months. Damn, my old friend owes. Wow, that's wow. No, rental payments cannot help with credit. Antonio, you take Hustle Camp because here's the thing. I know where you're going. You kind of want to learn on your own, and here's the thing. Reading a book is good. I recommend reading books, but you need to apply that information. Should I pay off my student loan with credit? I don't know about that one. Child support Craig again. Is there anything I can do to get higher limits in order to pay off my arrears? Here's the thing, and I'm going to give you the Hustle Camp program. First thing that we will do with you, Craig, because there's already set up, is you will do a budget. You need a budget because your budget, I used to work in the medical field. Used to be a lab tech, and there's something that's called baseline. This is what your glucose, your cholesterol, there's these normal lines. So if it goes below, something's wrong. If it gets out of that, something's wrong. So you need to create a budget so you can have a baseline on your finances. Get your budget together, find out what you can sell, clear up your life. Then the next stage is to find out what your net worth is. And based upon what you're telling me, it's probably no net worth or even a negative net worth. And then increase your income. Then build a business. So increasing your income will help you with your arrears. I don't have a course for that purpose, Pit. Don't know where where you going with that, Craig Hawkins. Where can you learn law? Every city has a courthouse, and every courthouse usually has a legal library. Just go there and read. There's usually some very helpful people. Antonio, I don't talk about other people's stuff that I don't know anything about that. Traveling merchant, I had a friend of mine who used to swap digits on his social security number to avoid. Don't do that. Pookie Man, I have a new C Corp. How many trade lines do I need to get cash credit cards? Depends on your personal credit. If your personal credit is good, you can get one today. Can you get a Chapter 7 removed off your credit report? Yep. Yes, I charge for Hustle Camp. It's $1,100 or $1,200 for the prepayment plan. Marcellus T. Glenn, question: Can you question set up a holding company in Nevada that runs an LC that operates in Alabama? All right, here's the thing with all that trickeration. You go to one of these other states that has like blind LLCs, like New Mexico. You can form an LLC and nobody know who owns it. That's state law. The minute that you try to go do business in another state and you're like, hey, we have this corporation, then they're going to ask you who owns it. And when you go to a bank, they're going to ask who the officers are. And the officers are going to have to go through, this is the Patriot Act. You ain't getting around this. So a lot of that stuff just does not work. Robert Harris, once I order Hustle Camp, how long will the course I choose to be available? Forever. It's yours forever. Joshua Hill, I have no clue. Sure thing, Antonio. Douglas Young, yeah, that's why I said don't do that. It can get you in trouble. Blake Rowley, is Hustle Camp a business write-off? Yes, you can call that continuing business education. You pay for it with a check or a credit card and just write and take the receipt and just write on it. Business education is tax write-off all day long. Because one of the reasons, and just based on these questions, there's a lot of misinformation out there because you're going to have to get your personal credit together to get into these juicy, wonderful, higher level business credit lines of unsecured credit. And I'm talking about a line of credit from a bank, a Visa, a MasterCard, or an Amex. They're going to look at your personal score. I don't care what anyone else tells you on the internet, so on the interwebs, they're going to look at your personal score. Uplifted Productions took your advice and started to create products that bring in that passive income. First one's out the gate and selling sweetly. You're so right. It feels good to get money without having to be there. Congratulations. I love your free YouTube videos. Do this. Go to the Craigslist videos, Rand, and go to the front of the channel and put in Craigslist in the search bar, and you can get that. Yes, Joshua Hill, that is fraud. Purpose Pit, yes, they are. 31 graphics. When you go to another state with your LLC, you got to file as an alien LLC, and they will expose everything about you in the business then. 100% correct, 313. See, all right, Ron. I didn't know, man. I didn't know, Ron. So that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about, this trickeration. People got folks out here who are got their prayer cloths out. They're telling folks I'm about to come up. And the minute they go in that bank, I mean, there are people who are 750 credit scores who are going for these business lines of credit who are being denied because they're overloaded. Their exposure's too great. Montel Lewis, I keep hearing different things about business credit. Stuff like business credit don't exist until your business has millions of dollars. That's not true. The Wild Jones Report, getting the real education, just reading the comments here. Oh, we got good people here at the Hustlers Kung Fu. I don't know anything about that, Marcellus T. Here's the thing, and this is the truth that I had to accept. After my divorce and all that stuff, I had really jacked up credit. And when I moved to the house in East Point, I think it was credit forums, and I lived in there. Every night when I came home from work, I was in there reading, answering. It took me 6 months, so I went from 440 to 720 in 6 months. But I don't know how many letters I wrote. I worked. It was like a second job. So that's why I have this experience, and I've helped out people over the years. Sure. Who has the best secured card? Well, you're gonna have to do some investigation because see, there's a lot of banks that have secured cards, and you don't know until you ask. PNC has one. Fifth Third has one. Now these don't convert. USA has one. I mean, there's a lot of them. You got to just get in there. Jeff Lewis, possibly with that score, possibly. We're going to talk about credit in here, Antonio. Weight loss. Can you get around paying the state fees for a 7-year dormant? I I don't really know about that because here's my thing. I don't recommend buying these shelf and age corporations because the intended purposes don't work anymore. So it just really depends on what you're trying to do. Montel Lewis, what are you talking about? Purpose. How can you increase your income without starting a business? Start a hustle, man. Citibank has a secured card, but you better not have a lot of the rocks or you won't get it. The Wow Jones report. So if you have a low credit score, you start off with a secured credit card and transition to an unsecured card. You do more than that. Here's the thing. Let's address the real reason people have bad credit. Poor management, money management habits, because there are people with good income and bad credit. So you need to fix those problems because there's no point in fixing your credit if you don't fix the disease, which is you don't know how to manage your money. That has to be addressed. I went through it years and years ago. One of the things I like to do is keep a little cash on me, and I'll look at it and I realize there was a time I didn't have this cash. And I sector, like the stuff that I tell you in Hustle Camp, I do. I really, since I have businesses, I've got one personal checking account, and there's like $500 in there. That's it. Because most of my stuff is business. And I have those accounts, and I'm telling you they work. Joshua Hill, is there a self way to close? Well, no. It's gonna close and it'll stay on your credit report 5, 10 years. Rax leads to extra money. Your business wants to have its own credit until business itself has. No, that's not true, man. I know someone whose business started a year ago and they got $250,000 in unsecured business credit, but they were rocking the 820 and they already had high income before they started that business. So that's not true. Purpose Pit. How long can you hustle without having a license and LLC? As long as you want, baby boy. It just depends upon you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you what's happening in Hustle Camp tomorrow. And let me open it up because this is what I'm doing. I'm taking these conversations with you and I'm getting more good feedback. So I want to say thanks to everybody that joined the stream. And like, here it is, like LLC preparation, getting a business address and phone number. I'm doing step by step. And one of the things that I haven't done before is I'm going granular. It's like, this is what you do. You do this, you do this. I mean, it's like Lego blocks. Click, 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 click. Because it has to be that simple for people to get it. And tomorrow, because like today I did naming your company to DBA or not to DBA. And then I'm going to get into some more credit stuff. Because let's see, step 1, business corp, increasing your credit limits. And I'm just going to give you this information. And this is just part of it. I want you to really understand this. Because after we get to the formation and foundation stuff, and then the budgeting, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to keep saying this. Then we're going to start talking about hustles. Because if you've been around a while, you know that I used to bring people on the show. I'm going out and trying to find business people, and I'm saying, hey, would you want to come on YouTube? I may get my CPA to come on YouTube. You know, real people doing real business to help you guys out. But the links and stuff for Hustle Camp are below the stream. And I'm going to tell you, once I get past this Fat Cat Secrets, I am probably going to raise the price. Just letting you know. So if you want to lock that $1,100 in, and once again, this isn't about spending $1,100 to get some information. This is about investing $1,100 that can make you thousands of dollars later, or tens of thousands, or in some cases, hundreds of thousands, and in some cases, millions. When I did 30 days to 2,500, there was a guy who took the course. He was making 30,000 a month, and within 60 days, he was up to 100,000. Once again, he already had a business. He already had sales skills. Just learning a few different things, he tripled his income. So that's what's going down in Hustle Camp. And good Lord, y'all went crazy. I ain't getting into that traveling merchant. So with that, I will check you guys out later. Be sure to subscribe and like this video, and after it renders, leave some comments and stuff. So, all right. With that, I will catch you guys later.